It is launch time for TGC2. I think we're Dawn, I can't remember. I was trying to work out what that was. I think it was debris from a previous mission. Yes, it was. Again, just to remind you all, this is being commentated after I recorded this because of, some weather failing on me. So this is it, TGC2. This is the launch that I was hoping was going to get me an orbit around the planet Kerbal, because that was our next goal, to manage an orbit. Taking it baby steps, because the initial point was to get to the Mun. I've heard whisperings that it's difficult to get to the Mun and land on it, rather than Minimus, which is the next planet out from Kerbal, but we'll deal with that. So, we're off. TGC2 is up in the air. So, just trying to keep it dead centre, going straight up right now. You'll see the fuel burning down, not too quick actually. The pumps are working quite well right now. We're still at maximum throttle, and we're just going straight up in the air. Going slightly off-centre, as you can see. I've got the SAS working now, so that's going to help me support it. Fuel, as you can see there, right-clicking on each particular pod, tells you how much is going. It's not going too badly right now. I'm quite happy at this point that we're going the right way. We're at, what is that, 4,000 metres in the air now. Going up nicely still. All's looking good. Looking very good. Except now we're trying to do a bit of a turn. And it's gone. Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong. It's all pointing the wrong way. So I throttle out, thinking, well, if I can get it turned round, then maybe I can pull it back. Can I pull it back? It won't turn. And... yeah. Fiery pit of hell just ensued. This was not the most successful moment I've had in Kerbal Space Center. However, it is the most disastrous moment I've had in Kerbal Space Center, also including the bits I recorded between episodes 2 and 3. So right now, we've got our poor little Jebediah spinning uncontrollably around in space. I can't quite control him because of the winglets. There's only 3 left. There should have been 4, remember. 1 broke off in the explosion. And what caused that was decoupling the outer engines. I thought, get rid of them quick, reduce the weight, give me some more stability. Then, of course, I didn't kind of count on the fact that going down at an odd angle, it would really screw everything up. And boy, did it screw everything up. So, luckily, we didn't exterminate Jebediah in the sky, which would have been a pretty grisly ending for him. And seeing as he's been such a successful pilot for us so far, I didn't really want to lose him. I would also end up losing a lot of respect in the Kerbal space research science community. They'd kind of hate me. So just accelerating time, getting him back down again, and there we go. Heavy landing, on his side, doesn't know what's going on, but we made it. A pretty much disastrous report, as you can see there. So it's back to the drawing board. What went wrong? Well, it wasn't stable. That's basically what went wrong there. So, we have to redesign TGC2. This will still be TGC2. I didn't want to rename it to 3 because that wouldn't be fair. This is a development of TGC1 into 2, and we're trying to make it go into orbit, don't forget. So, wings are gone. Then I'm thinking about the fuel tanks. Have I overdone it? Because, as you saw, the fuel wasn't burning down too bad. And at the point when we tried to turn, and it all kind of lost its axis, we were doing all right. We had a lot of fuel left, and actually there was no reason that we needed any more fuel. So, at this point I thought, right, I've done this wrong. 3 is too much. There's too much weight, too much instability, not enough balance. So we're going to try 2. So same thing as it was before, and you'll see me having a lot of trouble trying to get these things connected. I don't know why I fail so bad at doing this. There we go. And then I'm going to lose it. There it is. Yep, try to go too high. And now I can't get it back again. Just, if you could have heard the swearing when I was doing this, it was just so frustrating. There you go. So change the camera angle and suddenly, snap, you're done. So we're still keeping the nose cones. We're still keeping the same 2 fuel tanks. Still keeping the same engine on those. Try and take off the coupler. The strut there as well, and that's gone. So we're left with our 2 outer engines, our main engine. just moving down the engines there. So the point of having all those three in that first stage is all three will fire at launch, which is what I wanted, and it's what we need to get this thing working. That was just the fuel pumps going off as well. Then I realised that I was kind of missing something at the top. Yep, you guessed it, I missed a decoupler. So part of the reason that all went wrong was also a decoupler was missing at that point. So if I had got up into orbit, I would have decoupled and had no way of getting rid of the fuel tank and the mini engine that's connected to my command pod. Potentially not a big problem, but re-entry that could have been a bit messy. So luckily we didn't get that way, and we managed to save Jebediah. So we're looking back now. This is just looking at the orderings. I wanted to make sure I had this right in terms of how it all separates. Little did I realise that I still didn't have it quite right, actually, but I couldn't see it at this point. So we have the three engines firing at the start, then we've got the decouplers dropping off the two outers, then we have in the final stage decoupler, engine, decoupler, parachute, all in one stage. Remember that, because that's important. Those of you that know Kerbal Space Program know exactly why that's important. I found out the hard way. So we're going to go back and we're going to put our struts on. Now this is where I tried to get a little bit, well, poncy with it and try to line it up properly, get it all done in the right order so it looked a little bit neater, apart from the fact I blatantly couldn't actually do this properly at all. I kept failing grabbing onto the objects. I don't know why. I really have no idea. So there's one set. I wanted to make it even, try and even out the weight distribution on this. And there we go. There's our two struts either side on both engines. Didn't look quite right to me, so I thought, nah, go away. They've got to go back on again. I want this right. So I'm trying to line it up now with that little line in the middle of the fuel tank, and then with the centre in the horizontal point of the main engine and fuel tank array. And I think I got it right this time. Well, it was near as damn it. It wasn't perfect, I'll be honest with you, but then none of my designs have been so far. It's more a case of get it near as and then just go with it if it looks alright. So there we go. We have our struts connecting and strengthening our rocket, which is very important, especially on the amount of thrust this thing generates on liftoff. We need to make sure we have that there as well. So then we're still missing our pumps, which is what I'm trying to add in now. I'm trying to be a little bit more neat again this time. You see me going into the centre, trying to pull them across. Didn't quite get it on centre. It was a little bit of a pain, but it'll do. It will do, because they're only for the first 30 seconds or so of flight, so it didn't matter. So here's me rechecking my staging. Now, did I realise at this point I was wrong? I can't remember. I don't think I did, actually. But just working out what the staging is and going through each bit, so you can see we're up to the parachute there. And all the bits highlight as you go across. So saving that, and then going for the launch was my next idea. Then I just thought, no, wait a minute, is this right? Is it right? Am I happy with it? I think I am. Let's go for launch the next episode.